Okay, Jacob, how do you feel right now?
This is so magical. If you look around, there's literally no one but our team.
There's no one else here right now. It's just us.
It's so magical.
You're probably wondering at this moment, wait, how did we get here? Are you getting engaged? Did you get engaged? How does she really not know? Does she secretly know? And also, can we see the ring? Well, you're gonna get to see all that and more in today's video. So let's get into it. We're engaged! What's up, guys? The video we just filmed that you're about to watch. Oh, shoot. Sneak peek. Today we are gonna be talking about all the details that we couldn't fit in the first two videos that make this undoubtedly not a coincidence. We're gonna be talking about the ring. We're gonna be talking about me getting peace. We're gonna be talking about a ton of things. The video is just about to start, so buckle in because this is probably the video that makes it feel the most special of all. So glad you're here. And at the very end, I'm gonna tell you about a dream. Oh my gosh, stay to the very end, because the very end, the dream that I have, insane.
It all makes sense. It makes every little
It blew my mind!
sense.
Okay, so on with the video, go back to the very beginning, which we filmed like 20 minutes ago. Peace. We have so much to tell you guys, and we're so excited to tell it to you, and it didn't fit in the first videos. We're talking about like the ring reveal, how I got peace, how we pulled it all off, all the little details. They say that magic is in the details. Well, I have to tell you, there's a ton of details that I couldn't explain, and I really want to share them with you guys because I feel like it just adds that element of magic.
It adds an element of magic, and it's also selfishly for us because I don't want to forget them either. And if we had them all compiled into one video, like everything from top to bottom, I feel like we can look back on that forever with our children and also with you guys, because you guys are a part of the story, and there's so many details that I was like, oh my gosh, no, we need to share that with them. And so I'm excited to bring you along the journey, and along the journey with Disney. They just did the most magical, mind-blowing thing ever, and I just had a moment, and I just thought of something like so cool that you said in a video sit down like this just a couple months ago that like you hope to be engaged this year. And we did it! I think I've said it in every yearly video.
Yeah, but you got it. You finally got it.
I got it in the best way I could ever dream, think, or imagine. Like, I never thought that me saying that would lead to where we are right now and how it happened.
Oh my gosh! I just remembered.
You exceeded my expectations, Noah.
I appreciate that. I just remembered though, in that video, I definitely gave a funny look to the camera when you weren't looking.
No, I know you did.
You did?
Yeah.
No, you did not.
100. So wait, you had peace in that video?
Yeah, I did have peace back then. Is that a good place to start, like when I got peace?
Yeah, I think that's where we have to start because that like leads to how you ended up reaching out to Disney, which you kind of touched upon.
Facts.
And if you guys don't know what we're talking about, you need to go back and watch the two videos that we already posted leading up to our engagement and then the actual engagement, and then these are all the details.
All the details. It definitely goes a step deeper, and I think it's even more magical the more you dig into it, because even like she said, Disney made it so special for us. And so, okay, when did I get peace? I got it back in August.
Yeah, you said August, but I don't even think I know this story.
I was just reading my Bible. I was doing a lot of prayer. I prayed for peace every single day with Keika on the phone for a long time. And I felt peace come over me, and more than that, this is the part that might like affect some people watching.
Yeah.
But this is real to me. I knew, and I've always said, once I pull the trigger, I'm all in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Once I knew that I had peace, I knew delay past that point would be an absolute disrespect to you. And I felt like if I waited even a second longer to start preparing and making plans to like step into a life with you together, or break it off, I was disrespecting you if I didn't do one or the other. And there was definitely no chance I was breaking it off. I saw your trajectory. I know who you are. I know you love God on a deep and like meaningful level. And I know there's never like a perfect time, but I gotta be honest. When I pulled the trigger and I started asking, I asked the biggest things I've ever asked in my entire life. I've never asked for things like, I was like, what is the biggest dream I can conceive of? I knew that you had watched vlogs and stuff like that where I had told, before I knew you, in the past, like how I want to get engaged, and you knew all my ideas.
I knew all of them, and I would like quiz Noah, be like, so is this how you want to do it? Because I already know it.
I think she said that though, just so, is this true? Just so that I wouldn't do it that way?
Yeah.
I knew it, oh my gosh. I kind of picked up on that, because I don't think you would have spoiled it for yourself if you really liked those ideas. And so, for me, you know, they say the engagement's for the guy and that the wedding's for the girl. I could not believe that is more wrong. I think they're both for both of you if you do it right.
Yeah.
But I gotta be honest, the engagement for this girl. But like, you have to understand, my happiness is found like completely in when she's the happiest. Like,
and I was over the moon happy.
That's how I know it was for us, is because like she wanted like Well, I don't even know that is this even something that was on your mind? Like,
no, I had no idea. I never thought he would ever pull this big of a trigger ever. Never, ever. I thought it would just be like at a pretty landscape in Italy or something like because that's what Noah loves is Italy. But I would be fine with that, but I am way better. I love wine. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the entire world. Like I can't even think of anything better, honestly. Truthfully, I really can't. And I even see comments that's like, how is anyone supposed to top this proposal? Because I think the same thing.
Well, this is what I'll say. The way we did it wouldn't be how everyone will do it.
No,
Everyone's got their own thing. For me, when I sat down to think about how I wanted to propose to you, it was more, what do I want to say through this proposal? And for me, what I wanted it to say is that I see you, and that I really love you, and that what you care about matters to me. And if you want to be a princess, I will move heaven and earth to make you that. When I came to that realization that, like, for me, the proposal was making sure that you're known and that you're seen, and that would make me the happiest, is to see you in that moment. I wasn't really looking at like anything besides you.
Yeah.
That's when I knew that I needed to pull triggers that were so big of a dream that you wouldn't even dare to try and do something like that. I guess I should tell them like how it happened. Like I just reached out. Like I had some friends, and I could go into detail, but I just had contacts from when I was a young kid at Disney, and then on top of that, we had some incredible girls at Disney that just are a huge fan of you, K-Cup. Love your story.
I love them.
Like, for those of you who don't know, K-Cup's story is so special. So K-Cup lost her father in 9/11. He was a firefighter, and he went down with the building. And her mom was equally a hero, just as much as her father, for raising K-Cup and her brother as a single mom. And when you're a single mom, just being empathetic, thinking about her, like there's not many places you can go where your kids feel safe. I know growing up, K-Cup would tell me that the reason she fell in love with Disney is because it was a safe place for her and her family to go on vacation where they really felt like they could be themselves and where they could really have a lot of fun together. And her mom was a really big fan of the element that like it was a good place for single moms to go. And so K-Cup fell in love with it. It was a big part of her journey. And then she even moved to Florida. Like when she needed to get out of her hometown, she went to her second home, Orlando, to work at Disney at the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique. And like you can just see through that story how K-Cup like just found a home with Disney. And so it was cool for me to get to see that, experience it through your eyes, and then even reach out to the family you made at Disney and to see them want to wrap their arms around you. That's such a special moment. Like Disney
It makes me want to cry every time I hear the story.
And I know like
so special and unique to me, and like the seeds were there my whole entire life. Like, oh my gosh, I just can't even get over it. I really can't. Like, oh my goodness.
Well,
I'm crying.
It was just really special that there were people that saw you and knew that you were a part of the Disney family and wanted to stop to make sure that you were seen in that special moment. And as much as I wish I could take all the credit in the world and I was ready to do anything I had to, I really can't take all the credit. Like the truth is you're loved by a lot of people. And the truth is you made it easy. And all I had to do is dream big enough. And as soon as I knocked, I knew that not only was the Disney family super, super kind in the way that they responded and wanted to come around it, and I asked them, can we just use the park for a second? They're like, not only can you use the park, we're getting in on this. We're making a fake event, 3-day event, and we're flying our family in, and everybody's coming out, and the wedding team wants in, and Pandora wants in, and like they made it so beyond my wildest dreams. But then even on top of that, I knew that it was the right timing with God. Like, period. Like anytime that, like, remember when we got our piece for us to date originally? Yeah. Like I got peace, and then like I was like, dang, it'd be really cool to like get like maybe have like an outdoor picnic and like ask her to be my girlfriend. Maybe like I'll rent a car. And then I got a call from some dude that I'd never met before that said, hey, BMW wants to lend you a brand new prototype car that's a convertible. Do you want it?
It's so crazy.
And then a girl called me and was like, yo, I would love to plan a picnic for you and your girlfriend while you're here in LA. That's never happened again. Those two things happened in the same day that I got peace. That's crazy. And so it felt like a complete rerun. When like we started knocking on doors by faith, and I'll be honest, at first I was like skeptical myself at the size of the dream, but like as I knocked on them and the doors swung open, it was just confirmation after confirmation after confirmation that God was doing something. And it just gave me so much peace that like through the ups and the downs, like no, 100% this was the path, this was the timing, we heard correct. All the people who told us we were going too slow, all the people who said that we would never make it there, all the people that said we were going too fast, that it wasn't gonna be right, that we should have got married a long time ago, that we should never get married. They were all wrong.
Let's just start at the beginning day of going to Disney, like that first day. So on tour, we got an email. I got invited back as it was a couples thing, which was like, oh, I've never been on a couples thing before. So I kind of had my inclinations, and you can go watch my TikToks to see my intuitions and stuff, but they reached out. And so our Disney trip started on December 17th. And so that morning I was so excited. I had my makeup artist come over. I was looking all cute. And at this point he didn't have a car yet. So I went and picked him up. And guys,
you can't just be throwing out that I didn't have a car. It was in the shop.
Okay, yeah, it was in the shop. And so when I picked him up, it was so weird because they were like, everyone like came over to my car. All his family, his sisters, like they all looked nice. I saw Ella and Tiffany, and they had like makeup tear marks down their face. And
you
I was
saw
like,
that?
Yeah. And she was like, sorry, my allergies are acting up. It was not allergy tears. And so I was like, okay, this is weird. And then they're like, K-Cup, can you come out of the car and we're gonna film really fast? And I was like, film? And it's for something that's happening like in the future, I guess.
Yeah.
But in my head, it was like, oh, this is like our reveal for the engagement video or something, because our friend videographer was in from LA. And so we filmed this intro, and everyone's like acting so weird, hugging me, like taking selfies with me. Like, I was like, okay. And so that was kind of fun.
Dude, my family can't keep a secret to save their life.
So then Noah gets in my car and we drive over to the Yacht and Beach Club.
Right.
Checked in, so excited. They handed us this big bag of goodies. That was when our trip started.
So can I like tell you what happened from my perspective?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I woke up that morning knowing I had to tell some people that I was getting engaged. Nobody knew up until that point. So I got everybody.
No one knew?
No, just like my dad.
You didn't tell your sisters?
I told Allie, and Colby knew. So everybody gets in the living room, and there's like 20 people in the living room, and I just tell them all. And you guys still haven't seen this moment yet because it's coming out in a project that may not make it to YouTube, but may make it somewhere else. But I told them on the couch, I'm getting engaged, and they all freaked out. And then I said, tomorrow. And they all freaked out. And then we had a big group hug, and then I went upstairs and I showed Allie the ring because it was in my room, and she started crying, and we had a really cool moment. And then I ran back outside and I went to Disney with you. My stomach was in my chest the whole trip, guys. Like, it was so much, and like there were so many moments I didn't think I was gonna hold it together, and I thought for sure she had no idea. And so I was like locked in, just trying to make it happen. And I remember going to the Yacht and Beach Club and just not being there. Like, I don't remember anything. I do remember the gift basket.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I could not turn off the bubbles. It was like, there's just like little moments that I will never forget ever. And that was just so cool to like be opening up all of our like fun gifts that day.
Yeah.
So then we're at the Yacht and Beach Club, and if you know me on like a Disney trip, I'm like, go, 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 go. Like, we have to do everything. Let's make sure that we're getting TikToks and, you know, doing a good job for Disney, because I just love them and I appreciate them, and I see how much hard work like they put into their trips that they make so special for us.
No kidding.
Here, I want to cry again because it's just so magical. I mean, you guys see some of the stuff, but you don't even see half of it sometimes. So that day on the itinerary was, we got there and then we had the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party.
Right.
If you guys haven't been to one of their parties, I definitely recommend it. It is so much fun. It literally snows in Florida. Like, that is the most magical thing, walking down Main Street with the castle, seeing all the snow. And in my head, I was like, oh my gosh, he might be proposing tomorrow. This is so cool to be here the night before.
It actually makes my heart so warm inside as you're saying this, because I can remember like going around, getting our hot chocolate, getting our cookies, and like all the themed rides, like how they re-themed the Jungle Cruise and like all the Christmas. Nobody does it like Disney and Christmas.
No one does it like Disney and Christmas. And I remember being on the Jungle Cruise, like trying to make conversation with Noah, and he was just out of it. And now hearing your point of view, saying you were out of it, like, guys, I was like, I think I've asked him like 17 times, are you having fun? Because you must have just been thinking of all the details that you had to do, all the things that you had to record, everything. And I'm just here in my like land, I'm in Disney World having a blast, like nothing on my mind. Oh, maybe I'll get a ring tomorrow, you know? And you're like thinking about all the details and looking back on that.
Oh girl, just wait until day 2.
So then they invited us to a private dessert party where we get to like make gingerbread cookies and eat all these different desserts in Pog. I love Pog.
I was just about to say that. I was like, what was that juice called? The
Yeah.
Pog juice, P-O-G. So pomegranate, orange.
Orange guava. That was fun to watch the fireworks, and then we got matching t-shirts, and then we
always get matching t-shirts.
We did so much!
Every single year we go to Disney.
Every single year.
We go to get matching t-shirts. We have to. I have every single one of them in the closet over here. We finished that. We wanted to turn it in early. We had a big day the next day.
Noah was like, I think we should just go home and go to sleep. I was like, no, I stay until the very end of the party, Noah. And he goes, I just think that we're gonna be so exhausted tomorrow because we have to wake up early because we had more things planned in the morning. And I was like, okay. So we turned it in a little early, but honestly it worked out because we did have to be up early. But the Mickey's Merry Berry Christmas party is so fun. So
so worth it.
Check it out. Okay, so day 2, so much fun. My makeup artist came over early. I was so excited. I had her do extra everything on my face because I knew that tonight was the night that we were going to the castle at so late at night. So we get done with that. We head over to Disney Springs in a minivan, which was so fun. If you guys don't know what the minivans are, they're the cutest cars in the entire world.
Insert picture.
And we get there. We have a little private shopping event at Pandora.
So special.
That was so cool. Honestly, so much fun.
They literally pulled out a charm, and I don't think they even meant to do this, with a blue moon with Mickey and Minnie sitting on it. And I was like, all right, that is the craziest thing, because now she has a castle charm, she has a little weddings charm.
Which they gave me after the fact.
Right, but she also got a blue moon charm. What are the odds?
What are the odds of that? And I didn't know. Noah's like, I think I just want to pick out one for you, do this one. And I was like, okay, but he didn't really tell me why. I thought it was cute, it was like Minnie and Mickey, but I honestly didn't even put together that it was a blue moon at all. So that was actually a detail that he revealed after on the reason why you picked that one out, which I thought was just so special that he even cares that much to notice that and to like be so insistent. It's just like everything is like in the details. There's so many little details that he revealed to me afterwards, and I was like, wow, that's the sweetest thing in the entire world.
Speaking of sweetest things in the entire world, shout out to the team at Pandora. Oh my gosh, like thank you guys for making us feel like family, for being a part of our story, for like the serendipitous moment of supplying a charm that will probably be on K-Cup's wrist for the rest of her life. We're gonna put their links down below. Thank you guys so much.
So then we actually went over to meet Santa.
Oh yeah.
And that was just a blast from the past, like so nostalgic.
Santa was funny.
He was funny.
Yeah.
And if you guys saw my TikTok video, I was like asking him for a ring. It was just like kind of like just comical. It was just so sweet and fun to meet Santa, and you can do that in Disney Springs and I think as well in Magic Kingdom. And then we went over and ate at the Hangar Bar, which was the first time I tried deviled eggs. And oh my gosh, we need to go back because I literally crave them now. I love them.
The girls at Disney gave us some recommendations while we went to the Hangar Bar, and I'm not kidding. I still think about those deviled eggs.
So good.
They had like these little pieces of ham on top. They were like a Christmas special. Like everything about Disney is Christmassy around that time of year. And they had redecorated the entire place. It looked so special. We tried these different hors d'oeuvres and just like kind of finger food, tasted everything together.
All Christmassy too. They were all Christmassy. The place was decked out in Christmas decorations. It was just like such a cool precursor to
it was so fun.
What was to come.
And I was like, you guys have to know, this entire time, I'm like dealing with details, like something she didn't know, like her mom booked a flight to come in. We were supposed to film something at 5. Her mom didn't show up until like 6:30. So we had to push everything back. And like K-Cup, you haven't even gotten to this part yet.
Well, first we went shopping and we got more fun Christmassy stuff because, you know, we love to shop.
It's so fun. And
we
it's
went
right
shopping there. And then we got some Jofferys Coffee, which we love. And then we went back to the hotel.
Yep.
And when I got back, there was a humongous bouquet of roses. Humongous. I kid you not, like so big. My favorite, I have never seen this many roses.
Isn't it your profile picture right now?
Yeah, it's my profile picture because I'm literally so obsessed with them. The most beautiful roses with like pixie dust glitter all over them, like pines coming out of them. The most Christmassy, like Belle, Beauty and the Beast things I've ever seen in my entire life. And it was inviting me to the castle later that night, which was like, okay, Okay.
That felt very official.
It felt very official. That's like when my nerves start kicking in. Okay, so we got the roses, and then...
I have to say something really quick. This entire experience, because she's about to tell you that she went to the spa, right? The plan, like if you didn't know this, me and the team over at Disney sat down and planned out everything with fake names and events and stuff like that. I have to give them all the credit. They came up with all the names, the entire itinerary, and I'm not
What do you mean fake names?
For all the events and stuff? The little things that we did? Yeah, like they were trying to and obviously it was all really fun. Like they actually did cool stuff with us, right?
Yeah.
They just wanted to make it so believable. They were so good at it. And I remember like you were supposed to go from the spa to the spa. I don't remember what time it was, but it was for like an hour, right? During that time, your mom was supposed to show up so that we could film something. And she was late. And so I was supposed to meet you at dinner at like 6:30.
Yeah.
And she wasn't supposed to, she didn't get there until like 6:28. And so I was calling.
I know, I was checking her location because I was like, where is he? First of all, I get into this minivan, coolest thing ever. And the minivan people are like the sweetest thing ever. So, I wish this girl like DM'd me because I really just want to see, like, I wish she had a recording. I literally asked her, I said, before I say anything, is there any cameras in here? Because my boyfriend's a vlogger on YouTube. And I don't want to say anything if I'm wrong. Or if he's getting recording, she goes, oh no, I promise, like there's nothing in here. And I was like, girl, can I just talk to you for a second? I need a friend to talk to, right? And I go, I think my boyfriend's proposing tonight and I'm going to get my nails done. He thinks I don't know, but I think I know. I mean, obviously I'm going to get my nails done.
No way.
Yes, the minivan girl was like, that's so weird because your name in my system when it comes up is Decoy. And I was like, what? And she goes, yeah. And by the way, there's someone else that I'm picking up after you that's Decoy too. And I was like, what? And I might have got the name wrong, but it was something so sus. And I was like, oh my gosh, I think my mom is coming here. Maybe he's sending her to the nail salon. Like, I don't really know. Like, I was just talking to this girl and God bless her heart, like she knows all my secrets, so shout out to you. So then I get to the Grand Floridian Spa, and honestly, they just took care of me. Like it was just the most special thing to do. Like it felt so princessy, like it's so fancy in there. Like it's the Grand Floridian Spa, and I know me and Noah, I've been trying to get us an appointment there for so long, but they do book out really fast. So I was like, this is so cool that they were able to get me in.
So cool.
I got my nails pixie dusted. I had a little Mickey on my finger because I'm a Disney girl. She put glitter on them. It was just, she did the hot stone massage. I was just being pampered while you were just stressing your head off.
Oh man, yeah. I was stressing out like crazy. So we finally get your mom. I run out. I meet her at the front in her car. She's with her sister. So I'm like, hi. And I would grab your mom and I run back to right where we're filming. We sit down, 7 minutes later, I'm done. It's 5 minutes past 6:30. I'm back in the van. I asked them to like delay everything and I'm on my way to meet you for dinner like nothing even happened. Like, we're like 6 hours out, maybe even less from the engagement. So I'm like high key stressing.
Yeah.
Like I wanted everything to go perfect. I had no idea what was gonna happen. So that happens. I meet you for dinner. We ate at the funnest restaurant though.
Citrosi's at the Grand Floridian. So yummy.
Oh my gosh.
Which we had eaten there 2 years prior at one of our anniversaries, which was actually really special to be sitting in the same spot. Like, I don't know what your point of view of this dinner was, but that was the last dinner, before he was gonna propose. And so I think you were trying to make up conversation. I knew what was happening and I was reading him and he was reading me, and I know he's nervous when his lip starts.
No way.
Yes, it is. Your lip starts to twitch. His lip was twitching and I go, oh, this man is nervous. I was like, in my head, I was like, does he have the ring in his pocket? Like, I was trying to read him so much, and I remember our conversation was just like so funny because we both low-key knew what was going on, but he didn't know that I knew at all, right? You had no idea I knew. Like, did you even think a little bit I knew, a little bit, or like had intuition because I went to get my nails done? Because I made sure that I didn't give him any hints because I didn't also like want to feel like I was ruining anything. But obviously girls get intuitions when you're going to get your nails done, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you have a really tight-knit circle of friends.
I would know though. He knew I know. He literally told me I will propose to you without your nails done because you will figure it out. But I still got my nails done, so.
Yeah, I was like, the only workaround is like, and honestly, serendipity once again, and the Disney team just thinking ahead and being so smart and so thoughtful. Like, no kidding, I would not have been able to pull off the nail thing without them.
Yeah, that was so fun. Oh my goodness.
That was a big thing for me. I just like every detail you want exactly perfect. Like every moment of the entire thing. Like we didn't even talk about this, but like even before, like we got your dress in LA. I brought it back in my friend's suitcase because it wouldn't fit in hers, but like it was just so important to me that she had everything she needed for it just to be her moment. And so it was like the nails, the dress, the hair, everything's gotta be perfect. And we knew when we were planning the photo shoot together that it was the perfect opportunity for it to be locked in. So we went to dinner that night, we're getting in the van, they're driving us there, taking a couple videos, we're both nervous out of our mind.
But he didn't even have the ring in your pocket yet, did you?
No, I didn't have the ring ever in my pocket.
Because I was looking for it, but he did have something chunky in there. I was like, I didn't know though. I was like, is he not? Like, it doesn't look like he has a ring, but maybe the Disney girls have the ring, and you know.
Jacob, I genuinely had nothing in my pocket.
No, I know. You know, going through a girl's mind, you're like trying to figure out all the details.
She was
so we get to Magic Kingdom, so cool. We get to go like to the little backstage and walk out. The park was at this point closed, but they still are filtering out people. So as we were walking in, this is so funny. Like I'm in my fancy dress. These people are walking out and I was like, oh my gosh, this is actually like so crazy. We meet the Maddie, who's our photographer with the Disney Fine Arts photography team, which they were so sweet. We started doing our poses on the backside of Cinderella's castle in Fantasyland. In my head at this moment, like it was kind of funny because everyone was kind of whispering and I was like, what are all these people whispering about? Like someone would walk away from the team, Noah would go over for a second, then Noah had to pee. When we were at Space Mountain, I was like, Noah, this would actually be a really cool place to do like pictures that are like more serious because usually Noah likes the more serious photos and like super overly smiley. And he goes, I have to smile right now. Like there's no way I can't not smile right now. His lip is like, you know, trembling again. And I was like, okay, what's going on? He's asking to pee now, so he wants to leave me. I'm like, no, we only have an hour with our photographer, like, don't go.
I have a clip from when I walked away.
You do?
I'll play it right now.
Okay, Jacob, I love you so much. You're over there taking individual shots, but now I get to pull the mic out of my pocket and I'm going to the castle. I'll see you there in a second. I'm so nervous.
But essentially, after I walked away, I had a couple moments and I was headed over towards the castle. We had taken about like a bajillion photos.
Yeah.
We did about an hour-long shoot. And then that last couple moments before it happened, the plan was for Maddie, our photographer, to take some solo shots of K-Cup facing away from me as I walked away. And I set up in front of the castle to get proposed to her. And I had no idea because we weren't a part of like planning out where our family would stand, but as I'm walking over, I see this big, huge line of all of our family in uniform, one line, big line of everyone just standing there. And I walk over to him and I wasn't crying yet, but I saw my dad and he handed me the ring box and I was like, thank you, because this box was pretty big.
Huge.
Yeah, it was like, it wouldn't have fit in my pocket at all. And I'm like, holy smokes, this is real. And I literally looked at my family and I went, how long do you think before I start crying? And then I see K-Cup over in the distance, and I lost it.
You started crying and you saw me?
I couldn't take it, guys.
Stop it!
I don't know what it was. It was just surreal. My stomach still kind of drops thinking about it. I was like, holy crap. And it's not like I was crying because like my life was over. I was crying because it was just starting. And like, for so much of my life, I've dreamed about that moment, and I've been so patient. I felt like I was winning an Olympic gold medal. Like I genuinely did. Like I felt like for like a decade of my life, I've been like planning, preparing, trying to be the best that I can so I can be a good provider, a good man for the household, that I could do a great job. And here it was all climaxing at this one moment where it would all come to fruition. And it just like hit me like a ton of bricks.
But from my point of view, so the photographer was like, walk down with me, I'm gonna take photos of you walking down, which was her way of saying, trying to lead me to you.
Yeah.
I seriously keep saying I blacked out in this moment because for me, I was trying to like distract myself to not go over there because when I looked over in your direction, I didn't see you, I saw I saw Kobe's freaking Essentials white sweatshirt that said like Essentials or something on the back in big white writing, and that was the first person I knew I saw because it was also, they told them not to turn around, so I only saw their backs. I was like, oh, that's 100 1,000,000% Colby.
Yeah.
And then I see Gabby on the end, like going like this, trying to look at me because they literally didn't want them to turn around or something.
Okay.
And so I'm like walking over there, and I was just like freaking out. I was trying to like walk backwards, I'm pretty sure. And so I finally like get over there. I see Noah, okay? But I also see Noah's family, and like my family, my mom, my aunt, my friends.
What was that like seeing your mom there? Did you know she was coming? Did you expect it?
Yeah, I had a feeling she was coming.
Oh my
And
god.
so I look at them, and I look, like I seriously go down the line of every single person and hug every single person, bawling my eyes out. Ignoring Noah. I don't know. I think I was so nervous. Like, and also, I think low-key, I did never wanted that moment to end. So that was me, like,
Stalling
making
it.
more of the moment, I guess. So then I finally make my way over to Noah. Snot's coming out of his nose. I have to say it because it's like, it's part of the details. Snot's coming
No,
out
we'll
of
be back after this moment.
No, snot's coming out of his nose, his eyes all puffed up, just bawling his eyes out. I'm crying.
This is not true.
It is true. And honestly, it was the best moment of my entire life. Like the castles in the background. It was a drawn out moment. Noah gave me like a whole speech, and like I blacked out. Afterwards, I had to like ask him what the speech was because I don't even remember. I remember in the music video you can see like him saying my full name, and I say my name because like everyone calls me K-Cup, so it's so weird to hear him say my name. And you say my name, he asked me to marry me. I was like, did I say yes? Like, I didn't even know if I said yes. I see the ring. I had, by the way, no idea what ring he got. We never really discussed it. I had a Pinterest board, but it was something that I really wanted from Noah's heart and not really what I wanted. I just wanted it to be Noah's detail, that it was from him. I feel like some girls get so like fixated on what kind of ring and they're so specific that it takes away the meaning of what an actual ring is. I of course gave little hints, and he knew I love gold. And
Oh yeah,
different
ladies,
things.
if you want your man to give you a good ring, make a Pinterest board and make it very known.
Yeah, the thing is we never went ring shopping. I had said originally I only maybe wanted one diamond for a while because that was like the big trend with Hailey Bieber and stuff. And then I remember like 2 months ago, I was like, no, I don't know if I want one diamond. He was like, no, that's like perfect for you. And I was like, okay. Like whatever, like I really didn't really care, like it wasn't about that. I mean, I love my ring, it's the best ring in the entire world, and honestly it was exactly what I really wanted, but I didn't ever articulate. So it was really cool to see my ring and how like the details of the ring, just everything was so cool. We walked off of Main Street and it was just like one of those moments we were yelling we're fiancés, like everyone's hugging me, like that's like one of the moments, the sweetest moments ever. It's just like, wow, we just did that. I was shaking, he was shaking. We got back to the hotel, which was really cool. Like we got a huge bus and we were all debriefing with the whole entire family and friends.
So cool.
Went back to the hotel and we actually had an early call time in the morning, but one of the most precious things that ever honestly happened was I came back, I don't want to cry. I came back to the hotel room and hold on. I came back to the hotel room.
You framed it?
Yeah, because I didn't ever want, this is like something so special to me.
That's so cool.
It's Noah's note that he posted on his Instagram that said, I found peace, but it's the front and back piece of paper, and I remember reading it just like bawling my eyes out because this was like such a pivotal moment in our relationship, and the fact that he wrote me like a sweet note and he knows I love handwritten letters was just the sweetest thing in the world.
You wanna know how terrified I was when we left for the engagement and I ran back in, threw it on her bed and ran out, thinking to myself, if she turns around and get a pair of shoes right now,
Oh no.
I'm screwed.
I didn't know that.
Oh, it was so tricky to leave it on your bed. Like, I'm not good like Disney where I got people doing things for people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had to sneak it back in there, I had to do something really sneaky, so. But I have to say, with this, if you're a guy and you're out there and you're thinking about getting engaged to your girlfriend, and if you're a girl, send this to your guy because maybe he's ready. I would say one of the coolest things that I wish I would have done with this is I wish I would have written this letter the day that I got peace.
I don't care, I still love it exactly.
I'm so glad that I did it.
Yeah.
Because like I'll never be able to like remember that moment like I could when I have that. You know what I mean? When we look at that and like you can read that now. But like if you're a guy and you're thinking about it, write down like the date that you found like what you needed to find in order to get engaged, and like make it known in a note so that one day when you get to give it to her, it means that much more. That's a really cool idea.
I think me and Noah stayed up to like 4 in the morning. I was in his room and it was just like asking every single question.
She
Because
wanted to know all the
obviously,
details, yeah.
I feel like that's like natural. I was like, when did you get peace? Like exactly what this video is we had our own private moment, and honestly, one of my favorite moments is like staying up, laughing, questioning, like him questioning me. Like that was like you never forget those moments.
No.
I feel like when you get married too, you kind of have that moment where you're debriefing everything. The next morning was so special.
How do I even describe how special it was to have a brunch with all the people that we loved in one room celebrating what happened the night before? Like literally tables of just amazing food, and like my favorite was like the cinnamon Mickey waffles.
And our favorite pizza egg rolls. Like Disney, like they really paid attention to what we love. They put so many different theme park foods in the brunch that they hosted. They hosted a Winter Wonderland brunch, and just when we walked into the room, I was not expecting this. Like I was straight up mind blown at the
machine.
detail. A coffee machine with our names in it. There was a picture of us, like when you made the cappuccino on top in the foam. There were so many little details. We walk in the room and all of our guests, me and Noah got these Mickey ears with our names embroidered on the back. Mine says Kristen and his says Noah, happily ever after. And all of our guests got their own Mickey hat with their names embroidered in it. And I was literally like jaw dropped, like no freaking way that Disney like went above and beyond. They are so in every single detail. They don't just care about you, they care about your guests, and they care about the presentation that your guests have. The floral like arrangements were beautiful. It literally was a Winter Wonderland like engagement brunch. The service that they gave, like the guy was walking around with our food asking us what we wanted. Like I feel like we were already married. Like it was just so special. And the coolest part, Mickey showed up. And honestly, that was like my childhood. Like I was the little girl growing up, begging my mom to wait in every single line to go meet the characters. So that was just like a full circle moment. And I know we have a picture of us kissing and Mickey's going like this. Like it was just so fun, and to see all of our friends and family and to celebrate that special moment and just to hug them and show them my ring and have those like special moments, because it's just so special and it's like something you never ever forget. And honestly, if you are getting engaged or you got engaged or whatever, definitely plan a special brunch. Like that is something that I hadn't done when one of my friends got engaged, and I loved it. Like that was so fun to be able to celebrate with everyone you love and be able to tell them in such like a great way. I mean, some of them were there, but it was just so special.
You get to share the story,
yeah,
the details, and not only that, but like the part we're leaving out is not only are they unbelievably professional and excellent, like they were also like great friends.
Yeah.
Like, they sat in there with us, and it just felt like they were a part of our family. Like they became a part of us, and we became a part of them. It never felt like you were working with like a company. You felt like you were working with your friends.
Yeah.
And they really didn't care. They wanted to go the extra mile. They thought of every detail. You have to have like the craziest checklist of all time to pull this off.
Totally. I even forgot to, like, things are just popping into my mind when we got back to the room after we got engaged. They set out all these different special, like, personalized gifts, different ornaments. We got Mars M&Ms, put our name on these, KNN 12/19/24, which I didn't even realize until I saw this that our date was 12/19/24 because it was technically on the 18th, but it was at the strike of midnight like Cinderella. Our faces are on these M&Ms, guys. Like the detail that they did. Pandora got me a special ears and wedding gift. Like everything was just so thought through and so special. I have my little goodie bags because I love having them.
I can't believe this. I'm like reliving this right now.
And they gave us personalized ears that said our date on them and happily ever after. Like there was just so many details that Disney did that to go the extra mile, especially as a Disney girl like myself, that just made it 10 times more, 100 times more special. This isn't where it even ends. So then after the brunch, it was so fun because my mom was there and everyone, they were like, hey, now you guys get to go to the Festival of the Holidays at Epcot with all your friends and family. So they gave us lightning lanes to go on
all the rides.
Guardians of the Galaxy, which I had been telling and raving to Noah about for so long, and he finally got the chance. All of our friends and family actually got the chance to finally ride it.
I never understood like roller coasters, right? And I always figured like that the hype was like just like, oh, okay, right? It's just like a roller coaster. But like there are a couple key rides at Disney that I feel like shouldn't be classified as roller coasters. They should be classified as experiences. There's something else. It's like a movie. Like even the songs that play through your ears, it was just like, it was so special, so unique, and like the way that they've incorporated all these different senses, it makes the entire experience come to life.
wow, what a day that was. Epcot is so special too. We did the cookie stroll. We went from city to city, country to country.
Oh, and we did the candlelight processional.
So fun.
Which was
with the celebrity guest.
Yeah, from
so
Wheel
fun.
of Fortune. It was a Wheel of Fortune guy. That was so fun. Like, Disney just makes every detail so fun, whether you're at a park, at a resort, no matter where it is, it's whether you're getting engaged to, like, Disney is always in the details, and there's always so many magical details. That day, celebrating with my friends and family in a theme park, like, how can you go wrong? You just got proposed to. Like, that was just so much fun. And then it wasn't over yet either, because that night it was such a magical surprise.
The coolest.
The weddings team, which, if you know, a year ago I did a special brand deal with the weddings team, so they have a special place in my heart. They found out we were getting engaged and wanted to get alongside the fun, and so they actually gifted us a boat ride to go watch the fireworks in Epcot, and gave us this huge goodie bag of things and the best blanket in the world. We got to see a sneak peek of our photos from the night before so fast, but Disney just made all the details so magical. I'm so thankful.
And like what we didn't talk about in this was the ring. The ring was a really special experience too. I didn't know who to reach out to, but I was trying to dream as big as I possibly could. And so I reached out to the people that she had tagged in a lot of her Pinterest photos, and I was like, I didn't know, but like I clicked on a couple of them, and they were from the same company called Solow Co. And I reached out to them and I said, listen guys, you're not option one of 3 options. You're the only option. We have to do something together. This is gonna be really special. I need your help with this. This is the kind of ring. And they were so kind, so nice. They came around the story, but bigger than that, they came around the idea for the ring. They made it just for you, like so special.
That's so cool.
We went up to New York, we met them in their office. It was right by Rockefeller Center, which was like a nice, happy coincidence. And we were up there with K-Cup, so she had to go do her thing that morning, and she couldn't know that we were looking at anything. And so we went up to their office, they showed us different diamonds. Like, I got to pick out your stone. Like, they put a big thing, they showed me the difference of all of them, and they were like super transparent. They made me feel super comfortable. Great guys. And so I came out of that knowing, like, I didn't even tell you this, but the first second I sat down and said, that's the one.
Really?
I knew it. No question.
Not the diamond, or like
the diamond.
How did you pick out the layout though? Like the 2 around it?
That was already done. Before I even came there, I was like, this is what
really?
I'm kind of looking for. And they were like, we got you.
That's so cool. I just finding out about this now too.
Yeah. So that was the story on the ring.
And then I think the last detail that kind of wraps everything all up and really gives God's confirmation on the whole entire thing, honestly. Like, and it's a detail that we both forgot about, but that is so imprinted in Noah's story, and then honestly now a part of mine.
Oh, this is so
your
cool.
Dream.
Yes. So I had a dream when I was 12, and I remember it so vividly. There was only a couple elements of it. I was standing next to the most beautiful girl I had ever seen, but I don't remember. Like, I remember knowing that she was like prettier than anyone I'd ever seen, but I only remember a couple of distinct features. I remember having really dark eyeliner. She had long blonde hair, and she had a very distinct, like, really cute nose and a really like distinct jawline. I remember where we were. I remembered we were at a theme park. Like, not even kidding. I remember we were standing in line at a theme park, and I remember I told that to K-Cup at the beginning of our relationship, because we were just talking about it or something, and it just came up.
No, but he always said that he felt like that was his wife.
Yeah.
He always said that, I feel like that's my wife.
Yeah, so like, even back then, like, I remember, like, I always kind of just kept an eye open. You know what I mean? For like, maybe that, because I can still see those details. As crazy as it sounds, like 14 years later, I still can see those details. But I forgot that we were standing at a theme park until after this entire engagement went down, and K-Cup says to me, didn't you say your dream you were standing at a theme park? And it hit me, because like, the entire surprise was for K-Cup, right? The entire thing. But that one element, after it was all said and done,
it never made sense to you.
Never made sense to me, and it was the part that was a surprise for me.
We got engaged at a theme park. Like, you can't even make this up. It makes me, oh my gosh.
It's so cool. And so it was just another testament to God's goodness, that he never leaves a detail unfulfilled. Everything has a purpose. And it was cool for me for a moment to remember, like, yeah, I can try my hardest and dream as big as I want, but it's still him that orders the steps. And he cares about me as much as he cares about her. And so he gave me a surprise in the surprise I was planning for her. And that was kind of like the icing on the cake that reminded me I was right where I was supposed to be.
It's so mind-blowing to me that is our story. Like, literally, completely just wrapped up in one, and just like how Disney was, like everything. I'm just so insanely grateful and mind blown, and I love you so much. And thank you for making all my dreams literally come true, like all of them. I can't believe that we get to get married this year, and everything, guys. We want to get married this year. I think that was like a really cool detail to add, is hopefully, fingers crossed, everything works out, but we'd love to hopefully maybe get married in New York City for my dad, so I feel like my dad's there.
I think that's it for this video. We've got more to share, but I do want to say one more shout out to Disney Parks and to Walt Disney World. Unbelievable, the teams over there, the family over there. Shout out to Solow Co for helping us with the ring. A shout out to Chris Rudy for helping us film the music video and like all the pieces that went into that. Even him thinking of like all these cool ideas that come around it. Like the movie theater at the beginning of our music video, if you haven't watched it, is actually his idea. So cool that we worked that out. A shout out to Pandora and the weddings team at Disney.
And M&Ms.
And M&Ms.
And so many other people, Jofferys Coffee. Like so many people came together to make this dream a reality. And I'm just mind blown, and I'm just so thankful. And thanks to you too, because if it wasn't for you, this would have never happened. And for God, like, so insanely grateful. And I just love you so much. And you know what? We're fiancés.
We're fiancés.
And we're in this together for real now. We're for real forever. And you know what? With that being said, we're going to Disney. I feel like a Super Bowl. Like that's a Super Bowl thing.
Oh my
The only
God.
reason why I watch a Super Bowl, I kept telling Noah, is we gotta wait until they say it, we're going to Disney, because I know that's a big thing. It's so funny, but I love you guys so much, and thanks for you guys for being a part of the details and listening to the song and being so exciting and encouraging to us in this season. I can't wait to bring you guys along all the details that are about to happen and all the details that haven't come out yet. It's kind of fun to have you guys along the ride with us in the journey of me becoming Kristen Schnacky.
Whoa. Say goodbye. Till next time.
Goodbye. Till next time.
Till next time. Okay, see ya. She doesn't know why I'm out here, but I wanted to remind you guys that the song is out now. Blue Moon is out now. Let's get that thing to 1 million streams. I don't want the magic to be over, and that song is so special to us. Go give it a listen. It's on all platforms. It's called Blue Moon, and I'm gonna put an end slide right here. We're going for 1 million streams. Peace.